Hey guys, and welcome to the Family Fudge. I'm Jennifer, and in today's video, I'm going to be cleaning and decorating for fall. Now, normally on this channel, I share lots of lunch ideas, organizing hacks, grocery hauls, recipes, and things like that. But I also really love decorating my home for the holidays and for different seasons. Today I am super excited to be sharing my fall decor with you because it's been quite a while since I've made a video like this. So if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new, I would love it if you would subscribe. That way you can become part of the Fudge family. Now you guys, in today's video, I have a little bit of cleaning to do, but basically I'm going to be tackling the downstairs portion of my house. And when it comes to my decorating style, I kind of have a split personality. In areas like my kids' bedroom, their playroom, and our homeschool room, I love to decorate with cute characters and colorful rainbows. But when it comes to other areas of my home, I like things to be a little bit more toned down. I like things to feel calm and cozy. Now, I would love to know in the comment section down below, what is your decorating style? Personally, I am a huge fan of blues and greens and natural tones. These are the colors that I already have in my house currently. So I was super excited to see lots of blue and green and yellow fall decor in the stores this year. And you guys, most of the items I'm using are also budget friendly. Most of these items came from either the Target Dollar Spot, Walmart, or Hobby Lobby with a coupon, of course. Okay guys, now today I'm actually going to be starting outside with my front door and my little porch area. And honestly, I don't usually decorate this area very much at all. And that's because in the past I've had some bad experiences. Where we live in Florida, it's quite common to get critters like lizards, frogs, snakes, trying to camp out near the front door. So if I have a lot of decor pieces near my front door, it gives them lots of places to hide. And let's just say I've been startled quite a few times leaving my house by critters. So I try to keep the decor out here minimal. And you guys, how cute is this doormat? Now, I found this at Target recently, and then the little black and white check rug underneath came from Amazon. Okay guys, so now that we're done with the outside, it's time to move on to the inside. Now before I get started on the entryway, I definitely want to go ahead and set the mood for fall cleaning and decorating. So the first thing I'm going to do is light my absolute favorite fall candle right now. This is from Bath & Body Works, of course, and it's in the scent Welcome Home. The description says that it's cinnamon sugar, warm apple butter, clove buds, brown sugar with essential oil. So to me, it smells like I'm baking like snickerdoodles or blondies. It has that really brown, sugary, buttery scent to it. It is so good. Next, I'm going to make myself a yummy beverage to sip on while I'm working. And surprise, surprise, I'm not going to be having anything pumpkin spiced or anything like that. Actually, really hot in Florida still. It doesn't really feel like fall yet. So for my drink, I'm going with something a little bit more hydrating, and this is definitely one of my favorite treats. I just take my big 40-ounce cup, fill it with ice, then I'll add 1 can of sparkling water. I am a big fan of the lemon flavor right now. Then I'll go ahead and add 1 packet of water multiplier, which is basically an electrolyte drink. I stir it up until it's dissolved, and then I fill up the rest of the cup with water. And then lastly, I always love to listen to music or an audiobook while I'm cleaning. And one of the things I've been loving to do is create my own playlist on Spotify. This is actually free, so I'll go ahead and put a link to my playlist in the description box below if you want to go ahead and listen to my playlist when you're cleaning or decorating your own space. have a couple of things I want to do in the entryway. Now, I debated whether or not I wanted to switch out this eucalyptus wreath for an actual fall wreath, but you know what? I really like this wreath and it's kind of new, and as you're going to see, I'm actually really loving a lot of greens in the fall decor this year. So I'm just gonna leave this wreath right where it is. Oh yes, and this is actually from the Hearth and Hand collection from Target. Another thing I'm opting not to change is the doormat. This is again from Target and it's pretty new, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave it. It's nice and neutral and it will go with everything else just fine. But one thing I definitely want to change is the state of our shoe basket. Now in this house, we're pretty casual about our shoes. We usually just throw all of our shoes and our sandals in this basket. I think the easiest way to tackle this project is going to be to just dump everything out of the basket, and then we'll see what we want to keep and what we can get rid of. And also there might be trash in the basket. And check it out, you guys. I've got my youngest daughter Lily helping me out here. Miss Lily is such a good helper, and she actually is one of my kids that enjoys being in my videos. So we're just going to sit down here together and go through all the shoes, decide what we want to keep and what we can move to the garage or put in the trash, because like I said, some of these shoes were pretty beat up. And there you have it. This definitely wasn't a hard job to do, but it's something that I've kind of been putting off for a while. Now on to the next entryway project. I've really been wanting to tackle the hat storage problem. You know, where we live in Florida, it's super sunny in the summer. So I bought myself one of these UV hats from Costco and I fell in love with it. And after I bought one, my daughter Mackenzie wanted one. And then since big sister Mackenzie wanted one, Lily also wanted one. But unfortunately, they're kind of big and bulky and they don't really fit very well in this area, since this is also where I hang up my purse when I come in as well. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and remove all of the hats and the purses. I'm just going to set those aside. Then I'm going to ask my sweet husband to take down the hooks that are currently on the wall and replace them with this guy. This has one extra hook, so I think it's going to be able to store more. And I actually found this for just $25 at the at-home store. So I think that's a pretty good deal. And of course, I just love the style of this. It is so classic. It definitely has sort of a modern farmhouse look about it. Now, the first thing I'm going to add is this really beautiful fall scarf. Next, I'm going to return one of my purses back in this spot. So then I went ahead and just added back in my hat. I got this really adorable sort of luggage tag looking piece at Hobby Lobby. It says home sweet home, so I think it's perfect to have near the door. Then I'm going to finish this area off with one sort of unexpected decor piece. I'm actually going to hang up my new dandelion Minnie Mouse ears in this space. It totally goes with the colors that I'm pulling together. And of course, I'm a huge Disney fan, so I have no problems displaying Minnie Mouse ears as decorations. So now, instead of trying to store everyone's stuff over here, this is now sort of mom's area with room for decor. I think it turned out really cute. With the hooks that were in this spot, I'm actually going to take this around the corner and I'm going to ask my husband to install it over here instead. As you can see, we have this teeny tiny key hook over here for just our keys, and I would like to store more than that in this space. So he's going to go ahead and screw that into the wall for me, and that's going to give us enough space to store our keys and the girls' hats as well. And now finally, the last area in the entryway is this little niche area, which I often have a hard time decorating because it's kind of a weird shape. So first, Lily and I are going to work together to go ahead and clear the space. And now that we've taken everything off of the ledge part, I can go ahead and remove the art piece as well. Now, I really love the intricate design here, and if you're curious, I found this at Big Lots. Now, in its place, I'm going to go ahead and hang up this double-sided sign. I found this at Aldi, believe it or not. Aldi has some really cute and affordable decor pieces, so definitely check there if you're on a budget. Now, over in this corner, I'm going to go ahead and place two super tall candlesticks. I found these at Hobby Lobby years ago, but I'm pretty sure they have something similar still today. I'm going to add two 2 battery operated candles here as well. Now you're going to see a lot of these in my house as well because I really love decorating with items that light up. And then over on this other side, I'm going to add this big, tall, white vase, and I'm going to swap out the green leaves for some more fall-themed faux flowers. And I actually got these last year at Big Lots. Now to add a little bit more color over in this section, I'm also going to add this really cute light up sign from Hobby Lobby. I think this fits perfectly right in here. Then over on the other side, I'm going to add this really cute little ceramic pumpkin from the Dollar Tree. Next, I'm going to move on to our entryway table, which is technically a dresser from IKEA. This area tends to be a dumping zone as well when we come in the house, so it gets pretty dirty, and as you can see, I really need to give it a good wipe down. So again, Miss Lily and I are going to go ahead and start by clearing everything off except for the lamps. I'm just going to clean around those. And speaking of cleaning, I know it's pretty popular to use Mrs. Meyer's around the holidays, especially fall, but personally I prefer the Method cleaning products. My go-tos are the mint and the grapefruit, but since this is a fall themed video, I'm going to go ahead and use the Honeycrisp apple scented cleaner for today. As you can see, I've used quite a lot of this. I'm going to need to reorder some soon, and I usually find this on grovecollaborative.com.
For a clear view before the day is done.
Okay guys, now that everything is nice and cleaned, we can get on to the decorating part. Over the top of the dresser unit, I have this huge metal art piece that I found at Ross probably over a year ago now. And one thing that I really like to do during the different holidays is actually add a wreath directly on top of this art piece. It's metal, so it's pretty sturdy, so I can add a clear command hook right to the front. Then I can hang my wreath in the center, and then I'm left with this really cool layered effect. So now Lily is helping to wipe down the candlesticks that were on the dresser. They were pretty dusty as well, so she's really helping me out here. And while she does that, I'm gonna go ahead and decorate this really cute bread dough bowl. I found this at Hobby Lobby, and I just think it looks beautiful. I love the wood color, and it looks very rustic. What I'm going to do is start by placing 3 of these battery operated candles in the center. Now, unfortunately, because this is sort of a rustic bowl, it's not exactly flat on the bottom, so my candles don't exactly stand up straight, but that's okay. So now that I have my 3 candles in here, I'm just going to fill in the rest of the space with little pumpkins and little round decoration balls. I'm not quite sure what those are called. I found all of these things at Hobby Lobby. And this is just something that I play around with, move things around, try different things in different places until I'm satisfied with how it looks. Decorating this bowl is a lot like decorating a tiered tray, which is coming up, you guys. I have 2 trays that I'm going to be decorating today. So if you're a fan of tiered trays, make sure to stay tuned. And there we have it, guys. This is such a statement piece right when you walk in the door. Of course, I love that it has candles in so many different colors and textures. Now, because this bowl has kind of a lot going on, I'm just going to add 2 other kind of simpler pieces on either end. These great big glass pumpkins are definitely the fanciest pumpkins that I own. I found these at HomeGoods, and they look like this really pretty sort of bluish green color, but you guys, they actually have lights inside, and when you light it up, it's almost like an iridescent finish to them. Now before I move on to my next area, there's one more thing that I want to swap out in this area, and that is the wreath on this door. This is what we call our Harry Potter closet. I'm just going to go ahead and swap out the green wreath with this little piece, and I found this piece at Big Lots last year, and I think it coordinates really well with the other pieces in this area. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the living room, and I'm going to start over in this TV area. As you can see, we have this big fireplace piece, which actually came with the house when we bought it. Right now, I just have a simple garland on here with a couple of battery operated candles. I'm going to go ahead and clear all of that off. And then again, I'm going to go in with my Method multi-surface cleaner in the apple scent. I'll give that a good wipe down. And while I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and dust this little bottom part of the TV. It is super dusty, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. And now that everything is nice and clean, I can finally decorate this area. So I went ahead and gathered up a bunch of different pumpkins. Pretty much all of these came from the Target dollar spot either this year or last year. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is roll out this burlap table runner. This is something that I've had for years, and I've used it in lots of different places. And I am making sure to keep this little piece right here in the front. That's for the kids' gaming system, so I don't want to mess with that. But basically, I'm just going to play around with this space until it's all filled in and looking nice. And check it out, you guys. Right now I am super glad that I started at the front door and that part is already done, because it is pouring, and that is really typical of Florida right now. Super hot in the mornings and thunderstorms in the afternoons. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish off this area with 2 more garlands. Both of these strands came from the dollar section at Target. I love hanging one a little bit higher than the other, and I like that it fills in the little storage area of the TV cabinet. Now I know what you're probably thinking, that is a lot of pumpkins, and you're right, it totally is, but I love them, and because they came from the dollar section, they were super affordable too. Now, moving on to the rest of the living room, the first thing we need to do is go ahead and clear off the coffee table. Right now I just have a couple of fake plants on there and another one of my favorite candles. Of course, we're also going to clear off any toys that are over here, and I'm going to remove all of the pillows. And that's because today I need to tackle the couch. And by tackle the couch, I mean I need to remove the cushions and actually vacuum out all the crud that's underneath them, which might be a lot. I'm kind of scared to show you this. Whoa, yeah, it's kind of bad. We've got food particles and toys, rubber bands, batteries, all kinds of stuff. Okay guys, now that everything is nice and clean, I can move on to the fun part, which is the decorating. And I'm gonna go ahead and start with pillows. Now, I'm the type of person who loves extra pillows on my couch, and you guys, I am really loving this beautiful yellow color this fall. So in addition to the pillows, I'm also gonna add in this little throw. I got it at Target and it's nice and lightweight. And then also on the coffee table, I'm going to add this metal tray, also from the At Home store. And in here, I'm going to arrange some of my favorite pumpkins. First, we have this big yellow pumpkin. Next, I'll add a cream pumpkin, followed by a blue pumpkin. Now, I was planning to move on to the kitchen at this point, but today also happened to be wash day for all of the bed linen, so I needed to stop to get my sheets and my comforter back on my bed. And while I'm up here, I have a few fall-ish accents that I want to add. Now, I've already told you that I'm loving this beautiful yellow color, so I got a couple of pillow covers to cover the pillows that I already had. And then right in the center here, I picked up this oversized pillow from Target. I love that it kind of looks like a sweater on the outside. And then also from Target, I went ahead and got this really cute blue lumbar pillow. And I love that it says thankful on it. So it works for fall, but it also works for Thanksgiving. And you guys, since I have these candlesticks left over from the downstairs, I thought they would be really nice on the little nightstands in here instead. Oh yes, and we can't forget about the new throw. This is also from Target and is so soft, and of course I love the color. Okay guys, now finally moving on to the kitchen. I'm going to try to keep things kind of minimal in here. I do use this kitchen almost every single day to film lunch videos. So what I decided to do is just to create a couple of different places where the decorations can go that won't be in the way. For my first arrangement, I'm going to start with this really rustic cake stand I got at Hobby Lobby. To this, I'm just going to add an inexpensive leaf garland from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm going to very simply place a ceramic pumpkin right in the center. This is so simple, but I think it is beautiful. And I have a couple of these leftover pumpkin picks from an old wreath. I thought it'd be really cute to go ahead and use them right in here to sort of dress it up a little bit more. Now this arrangement is going to go on our little breakfast table. This is what the kids use every single morning. So I wanted something that I could easily remove if I need to. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and quickly tackle the fridge. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and remove these magnets. I do like to have magnets on my fridge sometimes, but whenever I want things to look extra clean and tidy, I go ahead and take them off. Next, to clean this up, I'm just going to use a little bit of this stainless steel cleaner from Grove Collaborative, and trust me you guys, a little bit of this goes a long way. And another thing I really need to tackle in the kitchen today is the countertops. I'm going to go ahead and wipe those down. There's definitely some crumbs left over from lunch today, so I need to take care of those. And then there's the sink. My daughter Mackenzie's in charge of loading and unloading the dishwasher, so she already took care of that. So now all I have to do is polish this sink up. And you guys, this is where I use Mrs. Meyer cleaner. Not because I love it per se, just because I have it and I don't want to waste it, so that's what I'm using to clean the sink. Now over in this corner, I'm going to add a few decorations, starting with this beautiful light up pumpkin from Hobby Lobby. I've had this one for years. Next to that, I'm also going to add this faux suede pumpkin from the Target dollar spot. I'm going to go ahead and move my candle over here as well. This is a safer place for this, I think. And then I'm going to finish it off with a little pumpkin buddy. This is a cute little green felt pumpkin from Target. Over in this corner section, I'm going to replace the round cutting board with this round decor piece from Aldi. Next to that, I'm going to add one more lighted pumpkin from Hobby Lobby and this really pretty green candle from the Target dollar spot. Again, these are little groupings of decorations, but they're still out of the way. I have plenty of counter space for all the videos and cooking that I need to do. Next, I'm going to go ahead and decorate tier tray number 1. This is something that I bought new this year at Hobby Lobby. If you can find these on sale or buy them with a coupon, you can get them for a pretty good deal. But this tray is pretty small, so I went ahead and started by collecting all of my small decor pieces that I'm thinking might fit on this tray. And you guys, anytime I try to put a tray together, I like to start with my bigger items in the back. And I really just play around with everything until I like the way it looks. Generally, I like to have lots of different colors on my trays, but I don't want two of the same colors to be right next to each other. Also in the kitchen area, I'm going to add a few of these fall themed kitchen towels from Target. I love that they have a green option this year, and I love that it comes with 2 towels because I think they look so nice paired together. Okay guys, we are nearing the end. We just have the dining room and the homeschool room left. I want to go ahead and clear the space, get everything wiped down and nice and clean, get rid of any dust bunnies, and then I can decorate. Next to the center, I'm adding this really pretty tray from Hobby Lobby. I love the little beads on the handles. I think those are really cute and rustic. And then I just filled this tray with more of the decorative balls and the tiny little pumpkins that are also from Hobby Lobby. Now I'm going to finish off this area with a few extra pumpkins, and that is it. Nice and simple, but colorful and cute. Now, as you can see, I already have the shelves in the dining room decorated and pretty much finished. This is something that I did a couple of days ago, and I just love the way it turned out. Especially these little birdies. I bought these last year at Walmart, and I think they are adorable. Now moving on to the table, I want to go ahead and remove everything that's currently on top, give it a good wipe down so everything is clean. And then once the table is mostly dry, I can go ahead and add on the runner. Now unfortunately, this runner is a little bit short for this table, but I think it's still really pretty and I love the color and the pumpkin on the outside. Got this one at Hobby Lobby and it's actually reversible. In the center, I'm going to add this Lazy Susan, and then on top of that, I'm going to add my 3-tiered tray. I've had this one for a couple of years. It's from Hobby Lobby and I'm pretty sure they still sell this version. The first thing I'm going to do is add some pieces of garland. I cut these perfectly so that they would fit around each tier. And then of course it's just a matter of filling in each tier with little items. There you have it guys, Miss Lily is giving us a final spin of our tray and I'm actually really pleased with the way it came out. Now because it is almost dinner time, I'm going to go ahead and set our table a little bit fancier than normal. That way I can show you these really pretty green chargers that I got from Hobby Lobby last week. I don't normally get so fancy at dinner time, but I think it's really pretty to see everything come together. And then lastly, we're moving on to the homeschool room. Now, if you'd like to see a detailed tour of my homeschool room, I'll go ahead and add the link to that video in the description box below. I love the way it turned out, but I knew for fall I wanted to tone down the rainbow and the bright colors so that this room would flow better with the rest of the space. So a few days ago, I did go ahead and put all of the books and the binders on this shelf into storage bins. That way they're still there, but I don't have to look at them. They're kind of more discreet. Then over on the other side, I did go ahead and print out a new calendar. This one has more of a rustic look to it, and it's blue and green, which I love. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and move our little supply cart to my desk in the office, and in its place I'm going to add this adorable mouse family. I just love their little fall themed clothes and the little apple picking basket. Next to the mice we have our file storage. I did go ahead and swap out the rainbow folders for green folders, and I'm actually going to move this from on top of the shelf over to our whiteboard area. That way I have more space for a plant. And you guys, these are just the regular plants that I already had in this space. To dress them up a little, I'm just adding some pumpkin picks. I found these at Hobby Lobby and they were really inexpensive. So I think this is a good option if you're trying to work with what you already have, but make it look more like fall. And now to tone down the rainbow colors in this room even more, I went ahead and turned around my bins so I'm not looking at the label. Of course, I can still tell what's in them, so that's totally fine. And then over here in our rainbow paper storage, I went ahead and added just one sheet of white paper on top of each color. That way it definitely tones down the overall look and it's not so bright and in your face. Now I'm going to finish off our homeschool space by adding a few little pumpkins, not too many because I don't want them to be distracting to the kids. Now don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.